Hi, I'm Deb Thompson, and I am the chair of the Women's Legacy Council, which is a division of the United Way. Today, we're having a Speed Learning Luncheon, and this is really our opportunity to bring together the women in our community and provide them with an opportunity to connect together and to get some valuable ideas that can help them make 2016 a happier, healthier, and more financially successful year. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy these sessions.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you all being here, and in particular, thank you for your interest in women's legacy. As we all know, women's legacy is built on the foundation of United Way, and so I always believe it's important simply to bring some emphasis to the kind of impact that United Way has on our community, because that truly was the inspiration for getting women's legacy started. So everybody knows that United Way has the impact of bringing together funds that ultimately are delivered to programs to make a difference in the impact. But sometimes we lose sight of the kind of impact that United Way has on setting strategies after understanding the needs that are throughout the community. And sometimes we lose focus on the impact that United Way has in developing leaders, both for the community and for businesses throughout the community. And so with that in mind, when I came to Savannah about 8 years ago, as I looked around, I realized there were a number of phenomenal women in this community who together could help to take United Way to new heights and certainly could have an impact on the programs that we support and people throughout the community. So with a group of about 10 women, we came together and we started the work of trying to determine what United Way's Women's Legacy program would be. And so I have to first of all acknowledge the tremendous efforts that were put into kind of stepping out, not knowing anything about what we could potentially do, but together putting together the thoughts that ultimately led to Women's Legacy. So the mission of Women's Legacy is to mobilize the power of women. Mobilize women as leaders, as philanthropists, and as advocates. So as we work together to try to understand what the needs are in our community, that's the work that you see moving forward. One of the first things that we did was try to determine where we could have some identifiable and specific impact that would be widespread. We brought in a number of the programs that United Way was supporting, and out of those discussions, we recognized that transportation was a common barrier. It didn't matter whether training services were being provided, whether assistance with medical care or with obtaining prescription drugs was the service that was being provided. Child care, over and over again, what we heard was clients of the different programs were having difficulty being able simply to access the services. So we decided that transportation would be our focus. And so when you hear the term giveaway, that was where it all started. And it has such a broad and deep meaning. It's not just giving away dollars. It's not just giving away bus passes. We're trying to give away for women and children to be able to advance in their lives and have the services that they need. And so from that, you've seen the kinds of activities that have taken place. You can see pretty clearly the three legs of the mission that I focused on. You can see those three legs and how they are kind of highlighted just from the giveaway program. Fortunately, we've continued to have great leaders like Debbie come along, and it has continued to expand. And so as you're here today, you get an opportunity not only to be introduced to Women's Legacy, but be reminded of the kind of impact that you can have. First of all, by taking care of yourself. Kind of the hidden piece of this is the value of women being together. So let me just tell you that when this thought occurred to me as to how Savannah could benefit from Women's Legacy, I have to admit that a part of it was also selfish. And so I ask you to also be selfish, because I selfishly wanted to connect with other women who had a common interest and a common desire to make a difference in our community. And that's what we invite you to take full advantage of. Thank you to everybody who's here as our speakers today. I know you're going to enjoy this time, and we will look forward to your continuing to make connections with Women's Legacy.